Hey everyone, and welcome to Chronically Courtney's very first Ask Me Anything. I have written down all of the questions and put them into this big floppy hat, and I'll answer, I guess, as many as it takes before I feel like you probably don't want to hear anymore. And I will shout out the Instagrams, hopefully if I can figure out how to make a label for it. It'll be at the bottom here. And if not, it'll just be in the description. And I'll say the names, obviously, when I pick them out. All right, here we go. Right. First question. It's by Pastel Potsy. And the question is, favorite thing to do on flare days or advice for getting through a flare day? Flare days, I think that they're different for everybody in terms of what you're capable of. For me, sometimes I just can't do anything at all. So my favorite thing, I guess, is just to lay in bed and watch Netflix. I'm a huge fan of comedy specials on Netflix. And I can recite the words to Bo Burnham, his whole set. And his new special comes out June 3rd, so I'm really excited for that. John Mulaney and Dimitri Martin. Those are the top three I think that I can recite. So we need some more specials because I'm running out. But it has to be something that I've seen before because I can't concentrate enough. I can't get through the pain enough to concentrate. So it always has to be something comforting that I've seen before, like Friends or any of those specials. So any other advice, I guess, is just to make yourself as comfortable as you can be, whatever works for you. Sometimes taking a lush bath is helpful, but sometimes I find if I'm in too much pain to get in and out of the bath, then it just doesn't make it worth it. But yeah, I guess just taking it as easy as possible, surrounding yourself with comfortable things, heat pads, blankets, pillows, stuffed animals, whatever gets you through, basically. So I hope that was helpful. All right, question number 2. How old were you when you were diagnosed with RA, and what do you do to cope? And that was by Kimberly McKeachum? 08? I was 23 when I was diagnosed with RA. I was having symptoms for a while before that. My official diagnosis is seronegative inflammatory arthritis. And that's basically RA without testing positive for the rheumatoid factor. How did I cope with it? I think I expected that diagnosis because I had been having the symptoms and the swelling and everything for so long and I've been surrounded by arthritis, my mom, my grandma, so I wasn't scared of it. I was a little pissed that I had it at 23, but, at that point I thought I survived cancer. This is going to be a breeze. Little did I know. So the coping is just one day at a time, basically. I took a long time trying to find treatments that work to keep the inflammation down and my pain at bay, mostly. But I think because I had so many illnesses before, it wasn't such a shock to be diagnosed with RA. So I think that definitely helped. Everything that came after the RA, the fibro and the TMJ and the degenerative disc disease, all of that was more of a shock, and I found that a lot harder to cope with. But the initial RA diagnosis, I think I took pretty well anyways. All right, so next. What are the positives to a spoony life, and what adjustments have you needed to make? This is by the Fibro Warrior Cheerleader. Positives to spoony life are you guys. I definitely find everything a lot easier to take, like every new symptom. And I don't question so much anymore because I see what you guys go through and how strong and brave you guys are. So whenever I have a new symptom, instead of getting, I think, depressed about it or I think it's a lot easier to take things in stride when you know you have such a great support system and inspirational people like you guys to look up to. You guys make it so much easier. There are spoony perks. When I have my walker with me, it's nice. Get seated first, and people tend to just be kinder, I think. When they're not judging you and looking at you like, why are you so young and have a walker? I think it's half and half with that. Adjustments, everything. Everything is needed to be adjusted. We had to move out of our townhouse into this one-floor apartment because I couldn't take the stairs anymore. Shower, like I bought the shower stool. I have like a bed rope to help me turn over at night. Basically, everything has needed to be adjusted. I honestly can't think of a thing in my life that hasn't needed some tweaking due to my health. So, yeah. Right. Let's see. If you could go anywhere without worrying about illness, where would you go and why? From the chronic community. Okay, this might sound silly because I know so many of you are from England, but I feel like I'm so scared to go there because of the weather, but I know that you all live there, so I don't know how much the weather does affect your illnesses. But I feel like everywhere else could be adjusted, but I really want to go to England so bad, and I'm really worried that the weather would set my joints and everything up really horribly. So if I could not worry about my illnesses, I would love to go to England and see everything. It just seems so beautiful, and there's so much history, and I mean, One Direction is from there, so can't be all that bad. Yeah, so I'd really love to go to England. All right. What is one thing you'd do if your illnesses magically went away for a day? From Amsterdam's. They went away for a day. Play with my nephew. I'd pick him up and play with them like crazy. I would probably spend the entire day with my nephew just running. Oh my gosh, running. I would love to run. Yeah, that would, anything to do with my nephew. That'd be what I would do. All right. This is by Inspired at Heart. What's your greatest advice for dating in romantic relationships while dealing with serious chronic illness? I get honesty is always number one. I was lucky. I was married by the time everything really came about. Pros of getting married young. But just be honest. You have to be honest about the realities of your illnesses. They'll think that you can do more than you can if they don't know any better, right? And I believe that to be true for everybody in your life, not just your romantic partner. Everybody has to know what your limits are, and they all need to be on board with it, because they will expect things if you don't tell them otherwise. They'll think that you're fine if you don't tell them otherwise. And you don't want it to be a surprise one day. So, yeah. Yeah, next. Right. Are you able to tune out the pain? From Mulder Lady. I think, like, to a certain extent. I mean, it never goes away. I'm always aware that it's there, but as I have my penguin tattoo, because that was my happy place when you're supposed to visualize a meadow or whatever. I always visualized penguins. So that's kind of where I go in my head, is like, what are the penguins doing? What are they playing with? Anything to kind of take me out of the pain and situation I'm in right now. So I have that. Music is always amazing, and like the Netflix comedy specials. It's never completely gone, but simple things like that, if you can just kind of like breathe and visualize something that makes you happy. Guided meditation never worked extremely well for me, so that's why I have the penguins, but if you can think of something else to kind of take you somewhere, then that would be, I guess, my suggestion for that. All right, one more. What is the silliest thing being a Spoonie has caused you to do? From Spoonie's sister. Okay, silliest thing. I feel like every day there's something sillier. Like I cannot believe I'm doing this, but it is, it needs to be done. I'm trying to think. Stuffed animals, probably. Like, I have so many stuffed animals in bed and around the room. I think my husband is maybe losing his patience with the amount of penguins I have. My little sister always finds things for me, funny, silly things that she knows will make me smile and make me happy, that keep my mind and stuff settled, because it can be a very depressing life just living in pain, and unless you can find something to laugh at, I think it's easy to get sucked into the depression. So I have, let's see if I can move you. Let's give this a try. All right, off we go. So you can see all of my ugly dolls and the pillow made by Positively Erica. So yeah, I have a lot of happy stuff hanging around, and I guess it could be considered silly, you know, if you don't know, but it's our life. So anyway, that's it. If your question wasn't answered, I have them all still in the floppy hat, so I will be sure to answer them the next time we do this. So anyway, thanks for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything you want me to talk about in the next video, just put it in the comments below. Have a great day.